Fishing.
Fishing?
With Harold.
You mean Professor Hill?
Mm-hmm. And look, it's still some rooms left.
Did you have a good time?
Trust him. He told me all about his hometown, Gary, Indiana. And he told me he'd take me there someday. And he taught me a song that hardly has any S's in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. Let me say it once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. That's the town that knew me well. If you'd like to have a logical explanation how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I will say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my face. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome. But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. If you'd like to have a logical explanation how I happened on this elegant syncopation, I will say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my face. Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, France, New York, or Rome. But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. I have to go show Amaryllis my livestock.
I better go home and do the dishes.
Leave the dishes, Mama. I'll do them.
Don't you have to change for the sociable?
Oh, there's time later.
Hey, the Shins, they live around here.
The Shin home is on East Elm. This is West Elm.
Oh, criminy. Hey, I heard that you are that piano teacher. You must know the spell of Harold Hill, huh? One forming that boys band.
Yes?
Well, you don't have to worry about a thing anymore. I've got the goods on him in spades. Swindling, two-bit, dimple ringer. That's why I've got to see Shin. I'm just passing through, really. The number 8 train only makes a 15-minute water stop.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Charlie Cowell, anvil salesman. But right now, I am out protecting the good name of the traveling salesman fraternity from that swindler.
Mr. Cowell, you're making a big mistake.
Mistake? Mistake my old lady's corset covered. That man has been the raspberry seed of my wisdom tooth for far too long. Now, he spoiled Illinois for me. He is not going to spoil Iowa. What kind of music teacher are you anyway? Did you see through him? That man is no more a professor.
Yes, I know all about that. Musical directors are always called professor. It's a harmless deception. Anyway, he's a fine director and scholastic.
Wait a minute. Fine director? Fine director? Have you heard one note out of any band?
No, but...
Nah, but nothing, girly girl. He ain't never formed a band in his life. He never will.
You'll just listen to me for a minute.
I'd like to. I'd like to if I had the time. I gotta catch that train and deliver this dynamite with somebody on my way to the depot. So, bye-bye, girly girl. I will catch you next time.
You'll never catch that train at the depot. You'll have to catch it at the crossing.
No, sir. I'm going to deliver these papers. I can see that you ain't the one to leave them with.
Now wait a minute, Mr. Cowell. You don't know me yet. I mean, I've never met a man who sells anvils before. That's something quite, well, different.
Well, it takes a real salesman, I can tell you that. Anvils have, shall we say, limited appeal. What am I doing? I'm going to miss that train. I'm going to lose my job, too. And I'm going to deliver word about that fella Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not on your tin type. How do I know you deliver these papers?
Try me.
Who do you think that you are protecting? That fella Hill, he's got a girl in every county in Illinois. And he's taking it from every one of them. That's 102 counties. Not counting the piano teachers like you that he cozies up to keep their mouths shut. Nah, neither one of you has heard the last from me, girly girl.
I'll pop the question. Light a rose, I know my name goes without. your mother suggested?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
Did I? I didn't mean anything.
And now, Miss Marion, I'm not suggesting that your invitation in for anything but academic enlightenment. The think system? I've been by your house to try to explain it to you a time or two this week, but every time there seem to be people around. Mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and, well, several of the other ladies.
I'm glad. Wouldn't want anybody beating my time. You wouldn't? No, man. Well, evidently tonight's not the convenient night, so you have to sociable later.
Professor Hale, is it true that you've, well, had, 100? Well, what I'm trying to say is,
Yes?
have you really developed, a think system?
What? A think system? Oh, a think system, yes. You see, it's really very simple. It's as simple as whistling. Nobody has to show you how to use your lips in whistling. You simply have to think up a tune to have it come out clearly here. Now just try this for yourself before you ask any questions.
I take your word.
Could we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
Well, I dare say you meet dozens, even 100.
Well...
And have all been fascinated as I have with the think system?
Some more, some less. One young lady had developed the same system before I got into her town. She showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Please don't let me keep you, Professor. I'm sure you have much more important things to do than explain the think system to me.
Can't think of a one.
And I must be very dull company to a man of your experience.
Now say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marion, surely you don't believe everything you hear. After all, one even hears rumors about librarians.
I suppose you're referring to Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me an assured job, so Mother and Winthrop and I could have some stability. Surely you don't